Welcome to our devotional time here at Temple Baptist Church in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. Today we're going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 1. Just encourage you to find that in your Bible, jot it down, read it along, maybe read the entire 119 Psalms. But it said, "Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the laws of the Lord." And that undefiled there could have been put in there blamelessness. So, however your Bible reads that, New English, the New Translation, or the old standby Bible that we've always used for years, depends on which one you're reading, which word they use there. In October the 10th of 2018, on the Mexico beach in the Florida Panhandles, a Category 5 storm came through, and nearly all the structures that were on there were destroyed. One home stood out, and the reason it stood out mainly because it was the only one that was still standing. And what had happened, the owner had thoroughly thought out every detail to build this hurricane-proof home. The concrete, the rebar structures, all this withstood a Category 5 hurricane. Now, the psalmist here, to me, is talking about the happiness of those who follow God's instructions. We're able, when we follow God's instructions, we're able to withstand any storms of life and never be put to shame. Just think of all these other homes. I don't know how many, it didn't tell me how many was mentioned there, but just look at all the other homes that were there, and instead of following the man-made morality code, we don't do that. The righteous live according to God's loving law. Let's live according to His law. Going back to this homeowner, he not only followed the instructions to detail, but he went above and beyond those. And I think sometimes we need to do that. It's difficult, and it's not always apparent when life is going well to do this, is it? If life is going well, it's sometimes, but when the storms come, not only when they come, they will come. The lives of the righteous stand out in stark relief to those that are unrighteous. Walking according to God's instructions, may seem to carry a high cost, just as maybe as building this hurricane-proof house was. I'm sure it was costly to do that, but I think the many demolished homes that we see there and lives probably tell us a different story. It's maybe far more expensive to rebuild than it is to build right. Let's live by God's law. Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the laws of the Lord. Let's follow the instructions. We as men sometimes get the stereotype that we don't follow instructions. We don't stop and ask directions and stuff like that. That's instructions, isn't it? But let's don't be that way as God's people. Let's follow His directions. Thank you for being with us today. We invite you to our services here at Temple. We have Sunday morning first worship at 8 o'clock, and we have Sunday school classes at 9, our second worship services at 10, and then we meet Sunday night at 6 and Wednesday night at 7. May God bless you is our prayer.